And this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly why you do not want to get a cheap electric violin from Amazon. I bought this electric violin on Amazon for about $150, so let's check it out. All right, so here are the instructions. Not a great start because this is for a wooden violin. It's not for an electric violin, so cool. Not a great start. So let's check out what else there is. It does come with a few cables. It's got this set of headphones that are straight out of the 90s. And we've also got a cable. I guess this is for plugging it into your amp or audio system. Now it looks like we do have to attach our own bridge. So let's take a look at the bridge. There are no placements for the strings. Usually you would want a luthier to do this, and just by the quality of it, I can already tell it feels pretty cheap. But this is definitely going to take some work just to be able to line up the strings in the right places on this bridge. Now it does also come with a bow, so we can take it out. So that's not great, and you can see how it's attached. Basically very poor workmanship for this bow. Now on the back here we have three outputs. There's one for line out, one for mic, and one for phone. I've actually not seen all three like this. So there is no 1/4 inch output. Also this phone, I'm guessing this is for the headphones. Line out, I'm guessing that's for this. So we've got a mini to a 1/4 inch out. And the middle here is for, that's for mic. So I'm not too sure what that is for. Next we have, let's take a look at the batteries. It does not come with any batteries. And I'm not actually quite sure what kind of batteries this requires. So I'm gonna have to find that out as well. There are no instructions. Other than that, we do have a volume knob here and a tone knob. Now the tone knob actually already feels a little rigid, so I'm wondering how that's going to sound once this thing is plugged in. But basically what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to set up the bridge, set up the strings, and try and find a battery for this instrument. Alright, so I've got the violin almost set up. It took quite a while. It took almost an hour, mainly because the strings would not stay in tune. The way the pegs are cut, it makes it very, very difficult to tune this instrument, and it doesn't really stay in tune either. And the kind of battery it requires is a 9-volt battery, one of these rectangular ones. So now it does turn on. So let's go ahead and give it a try. So the volume is definitely softer compared to other electric violins that I'm used to. And I've got the volume knob turned all the way up. It's just really lacking in volume, and I've got it turned up in my computer as well. So that's something to note. If you got this plugged into an amplifier or playing it live, you really have to have the volume knob cranked up on whichever system you use, because it's not going to be coming from the violin. It's also very difficult to play one string at a time. You'll notice I was accidentally playing 2 strings, and again, that's because of the way the bridge is cut. The strings are kind of they're too close to each other, so it's difficult to play one string at a time. Now let's go ahead and try some staccatos. So it's definitely missing that crunch, that kind of attack that we want with the staccatos. The reason I try it because cheaper electric violins are usually not very good at capturing that attack. And for some reason, it's giving this kind of a cool effect, but not really what I was going for. This kind of twangy, and it seemed like the pitch was kind of bouncing around. My finger did not move. I'm not quite sure why it was doing that, but it was definitely not the desired effect. Now let's go ahead and try some pizzicatos. So you notice the higher I go, the twangier, I'm not sure if that's a word, it seems to sound. It almost sounds like a banjo. It gets very metallic, very kind of twangy when I was pizzicatoing on the A string. Now let's go ahead and try some harmonics. So it went out of tune again. I would definitely not suggest getting this $150 electric violin. I would not pay $20 for this because this will be the last time I play this violin. It does look cool, but the tone sucks. And for some of you, you may be thinking, well, I've got good software, I've got good tools, I can fix up the sound. Yes, you can. However, that's a lot of time and energy, just on trying to fix the sound. And the biggest problem is that it's just not that playable. It's very hard to tune, it does not stay in tune, and because the way the bridge is cut, it's very difficult to play one string at a time. Now, if you really only had a budget of $150 to say $200, I would highly suggest getting a violin pickup instead, not an electric violin, because any electric violin under $200 will have very, very similar issues. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. Be sure to check out good electric violins at